Oh, wow. Thank you. Because you're hearing a lot of me moving my mouth. Can you hear me now? That means those first 3 minutes have to be 3 minutes of imperfect. Now, isn't that the perfect gist of how we can of how we can? You're still not hearing? Let me know if you're still not hearing because I think I unmuted it. Okay, are you hearing me now? Say I hear you, just to make sure that you're hearing me. And I appreciate KK. I appreciate you for letting me know. Harmony, I appreciate you for letting me know. Do you still just see my lips moving? Now you sound lovely. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for popping in. Now that is a full 363. Thanks. That's a full testimony of imperfect and embracing your imperfect. Right? I popped in. I have this whole message I'm sharing for the first person to come in and tell me, wait a minute, I can't hear you. Now, how many of you at that time would give up and run? Right? Close the forum, decide like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna delete this. I'm not gonna let this go through. But thank you, Judy. But part of me showing up in this world and part of me of doing this and making sure that I show up imperfectly as me is so that you, if you have been letting things stop you from showing up, if you've been letting the fact that you don't feel perfect, your camera may not be perfect, your speech may not be perfect, your lighting may not be perfect, and you're just telling yourself all these things in your head, it stops you from showing up. Now, going back to my Dr. Ali Griffith show, which is my podcast that I released a few years ago, I was telling my community this, my inner community, that when I released that, I actually released the unedited version by mistake. Like, just what happens, that's what happens in my life a lot. I'll show up. I finally got the confidence to show up. I finally got the confidence to release this podcast. I went through all the things that I thought I was going to release. I had all my family, all my clients, all the people who know me outside in the world all ready for this podcast and had it all edited, getting ready to send it out. And I uploaded. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I uploaded it and I uploaded the unedited version. Now, what do you think I did? Take a guess. What do you think I did? Did I go back and erase it because I didn't want people to know that? My mom heard it and she's like, I'm hearing stuff in the background. Because I did not know. I'm here doing all these things and trying to figure things out. Super excited because I did get it edited. I am by trade. I am an audiologist and speech language pathologist by trade. I'm also a business coach. I help people in growing their business and expanding themselves. I help with giving them clarity, giving them tools and strategies how to make it simple, especially professionals who have a desire to take their brilliance or take their gifted talents and experience and monetize it. That's what I've been doing for the last 8 to 10 years. I'm also an autism mom. So a lot of how you see me take time out to talk to people, to simplify things. I love to teach simple strategies so that people are not feeling lost in growing their business. I'm the one with patience and I'm the one that simplifies it. Communication is big on me, so I will always take the time out to speak to people. Now, one thing I love to do is motivate. I love to help people to navigate that space. As an autism mom, I am used to imperfect world. My son is imperfect, him. I am an imperfect person. And at first, I've always tried to have everything perfect. I've always tried to release things perfect. And in that process of releasing everything perfect or wanting it to be perfect because I was a child that wanted perfect, just let me know if that's any of you that desire perfect and have imperfect stop you. It prevented me from doing some things in my life that I was super nervous of. Then I had to learn to embrace me, embrace all that's me. But truly, it came from being an autism mom and embracing my son. Ali is short for Alisha. So a lot of people ask me that. Even though I literally just went to Morocco, took my clients out to Morocco, and I began to learn more about Ali, which they absolutely love. But in that space of embracing his imperfect, I began to embrace my own imperfect. So through that space, I love working with other women, other CEOs, professionals who are in this space of how do I release my brand? How do I release my business? How do I show up in my business when everything is not perfect? And a perfect example for those of you who haven't navigated through this video, and the first 4 minutes of it was super, no, first 2, 3 minutes when you see it was on mute. So I celebrate people who come up to me and they support me through the process. They let me know, hey, you were muted, turn on the sound. Like, that's what we're supposed to do for each other. We're supposed to encourage each other and help each other through those imperfect moments instead of laughing at them or instead of making them feel like they're less than. Like, the important thing I mentioned, as an autism mom, I had to embrace that with my son. I had to let him know that he is perfect the way he is, all his quirks the way he is, and that's how he shows up. And that became our brand, helping people to embrace themselves, helping people to still show up in their businesses, to take their talents and their gifts, and then taking it out to the world without it having to be perfect. I've learned to ignore those who have words to say or ignore those who have the negativity, and I've learned to embrace my own imperfect me. So the reason I popped in here is I literally wanted to spend that time to share that message to those of you who desire to be a CEO, who are CEOs and want to take yourself to the next level this year. For those of you who are in the process of rebranding your business or changing things around, trust yourself, trust the process, trust your intuition, get some support, and just know that it's okay for everything to not be perfect. Now, if you receive this message, let me know you received this message. If there's other things that you would like for me to take some time out to help you to navigate in the space. This year, I've dedicated the time to YouTube, and I said, okay, I'm going to spend some time in here. Usually I'm in Facebook or I'm in Instagram. But 2025 for me will be about this being my new space. So as I come on and I just share messages and I help you embrace your simplified you and learn how to show up as a CEO or show up as a professional and CEO, then let me know how I can support you, or you could always reach out to me for a one-on-one or to work in my community or be in my community. So I just wanted to stop, take a few minutes out. I'm in Brooklyn. Let me show you what I get to look at. This is Brooklyn right now. So this is literally how I take some time out to have my lunch and then connect with you. And we can always find out different ways on how I will help. I have courses. I have a community. You can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook community called CEO Growth Community with Dr. Ali. We just renamed it for the year. With CEO Synergy and Visibility, we renamed it for this year because we're going to be helping folks with their growth. And we have some spaces off of social that we can still connect in. All right. So embrace your imperfect you, embrace who you are and how you show up in the world, and make sure you keep on going. Even when there's glitches at the beginning of the pace, you still show up. Right? I hope you receive this, and I'll catch you again when I stop in and give you another live. Bye.